guys. So what I have for you today is I'm going to kind of like break down a little bit of my assignments for you. By the way, haven't seen you in a while. Hope you guys are doing all right. Hope none of you are sick. Hope you're staying happy, healthy, not spending too much time online. Xbox can be really addicting, I know. But make sure you guys are out there reading, doing something. Make sure you're disciplining your mind and going for a walk every once in a while and getting physically active, but staying away from other people. Okay. So let's get started. So what I had you guys do for this assignment was basically I wanted you to check out Wikipedia. And if you guys have been on Netflix, maybe you've watched like that whole tiger thing. I don't know, that's a pretty strange show. But if you've seen it, maybe you're interested in tigers. So let's say I want to learn about tigers. Where am I going to start? Well, I think a good place to start typically is Wikipedia. I know a lot of teachers aren't really big fans of it, mainly because some stuff you can find on there can be a little bit different, and everybody can edit it, right? But there's some stuff where you can get like a better version of Wikipedia where it's like only people who have been vetted can edit it. So it's like you kind of have to pay for like that kind of thing. There are better versions out there, but for the most part, it's a good place to start. So you can read about it and you can get kind of a general idea of what most people think about a subject. So for example, if I was looking at tiger genes, what I do is first, let's see if we can get this. Oh, no, that's just going to be completely white. So what you can do is you can take a look at, oh, that's getting better. Yeah, so you just take a look at your screen here, right? So you're like, okay, well, I want to learn about tigers. Okay, so the tiger, and it gives like the genus, phylum, class, order, like all of that stuff. It says basically every different classification we give animals, it'll break it down for you. And it breaks it down: kingdom, phylum, class, genus, order, suborder, species. So it's very specific. It gives you a whole bunch of information right away, which can be kind of overwhelming if you're new to a subject. You're like, I don't really care that, a tiger is suborder Familia, which means it's a feline. That's where the term comes from. But anyway, so I want to learn about tigers. Well, I'd say it's the largest cat species. It's one of the first things it puts on there. And for most people, that's probably good enough. You're like, yeah, I want to know what a tiger is. It's the largest cat species. Boom, there's some knowledge for you. Suborder, it'll talk about that. Most recognizable by dark vertical stripes and orangish brown fur, okay, with lighter considerable underside. All right, so it kind of breaks down all that stuff. But what I want you guys to get to is if we scroll down here, right, you get way down to the way bottom. Okay, so you see all of these things right here. It says references, and there's like a couple hundred. Let's see, how many do they actually have? They have over 201 references for tigers. You can click on any one of these, and I mean, there's so many of them. What I want you guys to do is I want you to go through and take something like I know tigers are pretty big cats. So did what I read in here, did that confirm my idea? Yeah, it kind of corresponded to it, right? Had a whole bunch of different information and stuff in there as well. I could read up on it. Maybe let's say if I have my PhD in something like veterinary medicine or something like that, maybe I might be able to find a couple errors in there. But for the most part, for the average Joe, it's a pretty good source of information. Now, if I wanted to write a paper on this, I could read that whole article on them and be like, wow, I think I'm an expert. But there's probably going to be a couple errors in there, or maybe there's a couple errors in there. I don't know. So what you can do is you can click on one of these links in the references, follow it, and then use your own discrimination to see if it is a good link or not. So I'm going to look at the icons. Do the icons look like from there like 1980? Does it click well? Does it load? Does everything seem fine? Do I get a ton of viruses that pop up or anything like that? That's probably an indicator that it's not really a good site, guys. So that's what I want you guys to kind of do is just take a look at this. So let me break down this whole assignment. It says, first, what's your topic? Well, my topic was tigers. Okay. Did Wikipedia's definition match what you learned? Well, yeah, the tiger's a pretty big cat. So like that's a very broad topic, right? So the more specific you get, the more you're gonna have to be a little bit more skeptical. For example, if I was searching something like astrophysics and I wanted to search the conservation of energy concept, I'm not going to go in there and be like, yeah, it said like energy can't be created or destroyed. Is the math check out? Like all that stuff. The more specific your topic, the more skeptical you're going to have to be going in, and the more you're going to have to vet your sources. But in general, it can give you a good idea. So 3. Do you think Wikipedia is a good source of information? Personally, I think it's okay. And that's your own opinion. You could say, no, this is a terrible source of information. And that's all based on everything that you've seen, and that's based off of solely your experiences, right? I can't make you say that, hey, it's a great source of information, but I think it's a good place to start. That's why I tell the assignment, a good place to start. Okay. And finally, 4. I know some people had trouble with this. It says, look at the citations and follow it to its home website. Is it credible? How do you know? Give 3 reasons why or why not. Well, let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and click on one of these. So let's go to the London Archive. Okay, sounds kind of nice. I don't know, London Archive. And it's not going to let me reach it on the school website. That's makes me sad. Let me go ahead and try click another one here. Let's check out. Okay, none of these are working. Okay, so adapt, overcome. Let's move on. Let's go to the Johns Hopkins University Press. Okay, so I click on that website and I go ahead and I take a look at it. And the first thing I'm going to look at is, how does the website look? Does it look like it was professionally made? That's number 1. So when I go back and I start to answer these questions, I could say, is it credible? I think it's credible. Why? Did you read it? So, and when you read it, if it matches up with the information you know to be true, that gives it some credibility. It's kind of like if you're talking to somebody and they use English, like, you're going to think, hey, they probably speak English. There you go. Sign number 1. All right. So is it credible? How do you know? Well, the site looks good, okay? And it seems to be verifying what I know to be true. There's the second one. There's another reason. And the third one is going to be, as you read through it, are they citing other people? Do you see like that kind of thing? Because generally people who are just making stuff up don't just cite other people. They're not like, yeah, Einstein said this is a great idea, and they're talking about something like gerbils. Like, people don't do that, because usually when you make stuff up, you don't have like that kind of like forethought, right? So check if something's credible. 1, you want to take a look at it, make sure the website looks legit. All right, looks, here, can't judge a book by the cover, but you can judge an internet site by its cover. Okay, if it looks like it was made, with Lego bricks, probably don't take that information. It's probably not up to date. So 1, does it look right? 2, does it verify information you know to be true? And 3, does it cite its sources, and does it have more sources in there, and does it tell you how it got the information? Part of what I want you guys to do in this class, and what I've been hoping to try to get you guys to do all year, is to be just a little bit skeptical, because is that really true? I don't really know about that. Like, if you're not really quite sure, you should always try to research it and make sure that it is correct. Okay, so be a little bit skeptical. Wikipedia is a decent place to start. It'll give you a great all-around understanding of at least the arguments and some of the ideas in the field. And from there, you can go to other websites and establish what is actually true and what may or may not be conjecture. All right. So hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're happy. Hope you're staying healthy. I'll try not to slam you with too much work. I'm thinking 1 or 2 assignments a week. If you want to reach me, 9 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll set up a Zoom meeting for you guys, and we can chat there, and you can ask me all the questions you need. So till then, peace out.